Hello and welcome back to Gibu's Quickies, where the rule is I have 1 hour of playtime to decide if I want to keep playing and then write a review based on my experience. Today we have Blaster Master Zero, an 8-bit style action and adventure game that incorporates a side view and a top-down mode based on your character's location. The game is based off the 1988 game Blaster Master, originally by Sunsoft, where the developers, NT Creates Co., modeled the entire game after. The game was originally released in April of 2019 and currently has a very positive rating on Steam. It currently retails for $9.99. The first boot went smoothly, and I was greeted by a cutscene describing the background of the story, where the Earth was plunged into an ice age because of countless wars and untold environmental destruction. Humanity had to go underground in order to survive. When the ice age ended, humans started making their way to the surface to explore, and found a massive, lush, green landscape, and eventually humanity was able to live on the surface of the planet again. Now, this does happen several hundred years after the Ice Age ends. You start the game as Jason Frudnick, a robotic engineer driving his sport tank Sophia 3. You're trying to explore this new landscape and find upgrades for you and your sport tank. This is where the journey begins. The controls, they're smooth, they're buttery, they're very much a reminder of the original 1988 game. I was lucky enough to play the original when it came out. The moment I heard the soundtrack, I was instantly back in my Captain Caveman t-shirt and jean shorts, sitting in front of my grandmother's television with a glass of iced tea and my Nintendo controller in my hands. The graphics are upgraded slightly, but they still have the feel. There's more to the game now, but it was like I had been playing it for days as soon as I got into the game. I have not been this excited to play a game in ages, but I will do my best to try to stay objective and not let nostalgia sway my decisions. With that being said, let's get on with some ratings. Gameplay: 4.5 out of 5 gems. As stated before, the controls are like butter, smooth, slick, extremely responsive. Every move it feels exactly where I wanted it to go. Again, I literally felt like no time had passed since playing it in 1988. NT Creates Co. really put a lot into maintaining as much of the secret sauce as possible while still adding some new value to this game. Well, now it's actually a series. There are, at the time of writing this review, 3 installments now. The enemy's AI work exactly as expected. The platforming challenges is challenging, yes, kinda simplistic. The hitboxes are very tight, but not overly so either. Overall, very well done game. Soundtrack: 4 out of 5 gems. The soundtrack to Blaster Master Zero is quite literally a remastered and modernized version of the original soundtrack. Almost note for note. It just sounds clearer and a little more crisp. The music brings a sense of adventure and whimsy, and that really truly captivates. For MIDI music, this game has a truly wonderful sound to it. Graphics: 2 out of 5 gems. Now, objectively, the game has 8-bit graphics, a very pixel art style, which works for a retro game. I would like to see a more robust color palette, and maybe a little bit more depth. Other than that, I really don't have any complaints. There's no graphical glitches or anything like that that bothered me or really were even noticeable. But you could quite literally play this game on a smartwatch because the graphics are that low quality. Difficulty: 4.5 out of 5 gems. This game is an old school action platformer with dungeon crawling elements. I would put the difficulty up there with Metroid or Mega Man. Lots of challenges, lots of different enemy types to learn the patterns of. The bosses, they're dynamic, they're fun. There's not a lot that doesn't keep you challenged. It's going to keep your mind occupied. You do need to have some quick reflexes though, but you really don't need to be a Jedi in order to play. Immersion: 3 out of 5 gems. Now, I was immersed quite a bit into this game. I was having a lot of fun, but ultimately, I played a game. I didn't experience a story. So even though the immersion was somewhat low, it was still there. There is a lot to love about this game, but don't expect to lose yourself in the world. You're still playing a game here, not experiencing a story. I'm not disappointed, but I'm really not impressed at the immersion front either. Overall ranking: 3.6 out of 5 gems. Blaster Master Zero is a great game. It is a nostalgia bomb for anyone who had a Nintendo in the 80s and early 90s would feel that to their core. This game is a love letter to Gen X and elder millennial gamers, and received by this gamer gladly. Every single aspect of this game had me smiling and focused. I almost had to sit on the floor to get back in the zone I was in back in the late 80s. As for newer gamers, I hope you try this one out. It's fun. While it may not have the latest graphics, the gameplay alone will hook you if you just sit down and play. Final thoughts. So, is Blaster Master Zero really worth spending $9.99 to buy? I would honestly easily say yes. It's one of the easiest questions I've been asked so far in 2024. The game is worth every penny and more really to an older gamer. And I feel that it still provides a lot of value for the money to even new gamers as well. This is how games used to be, before microtransactions, live service gaming, just gaming for fun's sake, not filling coffers of a multinational corporation. Now, I hope that you had as much fun watching as I did making this video. If you do, please subscribe, don't forget to drop a like, and don't forget to comment any games you'd like to see me play next. I'm loving this series and discovering all the gems in my backlog. I'd love to work on you with yours too. So, I hope you have a great day, because, like I always like to say, it's always a great day to have a great day. Bye for now.